Alright, yo, what's up, traders? What's up, my hombres, my homies? Alright, a little bit different. I got the little kiddo over here. We're going through some clothes. We got some stuff going on, so I got the lappy. I'm going to try to run through this pretty quick. You can watch all my videos to keep up, but basically I'm only trading MES, and we're in this bearish structure. We've been respecting, you're so sweet. We've been respecting this bearish trend line, and we got into this point to where we're doing a little bit of ranging, but we're ranging in an upward motion and respecting this 15-minute trend line minus this sweep right here. And then obviously up here, here's my notes. If personal day high is swept and trend is broken, retest continuation is possible. So what I meant by that is, you know, if we come up here and we break above this high, we come back down and retest this zone, then potentially we could look to target over here this liquidity and this liquidity. Possible rejection is what I put underneath it, because if you see right here at the previous day high, we came up and wicked really hard on the 1 hour and we failed to make a new high right here. So in my head, I'm sitting here thinking we failed to make this new high right here, so we could zoom in and look for a trade to the downside because we're rejecting off of this trend line here and we're rejecting off the previous day high. So my idea was maybe we'll come down and target some of this liquidity over here, or perhaps when we zoom into like the 15-minute, we had a fair value gap that was over here, and that really had my attention as well. Where's my little freaking drawy tool? Here we go. Oh, it's up here, bro. I got my freaking favorites and whatever. So I'm sitting here looking at here. We have this trend line, and so I was sitting here thinking, well, we can go into about the quarter of it and target around this trend line in this zone. Now, obviously, this should be green, so let me turn that green for you guys. I don't want to confuse anybody. I keep these green and red because it's obviously it's a bullish and a bearish, and then I make the inverse fair value gaps white and that teal blue or whatever. So I put, you know, we're respecting the bearish trend still, and these are kind of my notes. Potentially swept, push to the upside, because here you know, yesterday we kind of came down and swept into this zone. So my thought process was, let's come back down here, target some of this liquidity, target this testing trend line right here. That's obviously been swept. We'll see if we get back above it. But I was thinking not quite the midpoint. I didn't target the midpoint, but we could have absolutely just banged all the way down. But I'm thinking middle of the range, you know, in that area is a good target. So when we scaled down even further this morning, I'm looking at, let's go to the 1 minute here, so I can really show you what I was looking at. This inverse fair value gap presented itself right here. So we failed to bust up, we failed to go higher. I came up in here into this retest zone and we kind of wicked into it. We got a spinning top right here. So I took my shot right here. I entered for a 1-to-1. I set my stop above. So I was in 5 contracts here and just targeting a 1-to-1, looking to get the account back up into a break-even status, and we did. So we got it up. So for the rest of the month, I so love you too, just a minute. So for the rest of the month, you know, I could sit here and reset this account and we can continue forward. I don't have to worry about blowing or not blowing the account. So we're going to move into the 3rd month on this account, basically at a break-even status. But I do feel like I'm overall getting a little bit better. I was kind of thinking yesterday, I have 4 days to trade on this account for the way that I want to, today, tomorrow, and then Monday and Tuesday, and then it'll reset. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is I will go ahead and lock my risk settings back up because we were able to take the trade that we needed here. And then I'm just going to take tomorrow off because we got 2 funded accounts and then got this account back up to a break even. So it was a pretty eventful week, and I've really gotten rid of a lot of the chatter, just trading on my own and going with my own bias. It took me a while. This obviously could have been a banger of a trade, and it happened quick. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, like 10 o'clock, then we had a nice switch around. So I'm starting to notice that New York Open is a good time to pay attention. Around this 10 o'clock area is a good time. This is New York time. This is a good time to look for reversals or something in that nature. And then around power hour is usually a good time. This is obviously no longer valid, but so that's the trade that we took this morning. That's what I was thinking, that inverse fair value gap, and that fair value gap when it presents itself. I'm starting to look for multiple confluences really, and there's a lot of things that go on And I think the biggest thing with my strategy right now that I'm really dialing in on is taking notes, and then like I'll delete all these and reset them around as the session opens up. I'll sit here and go through this and see what we're looking like. So yeah, I think that's what we got going on today. I got a little bit more distractions, a little bit more going on, so I'm a little bit more serious, toned, and got these two freaking huge hawks in the backyard messing around, so naturally I gotta watch out. My daughter's not being very patient. Wow, that's so awesome.
I'm going to cut you.
No, you're not gonna cut me. I don't want to cut my finger. Ah, she got my finger. Ah, she got two spoons together like that. So thanks for being here. That's what we had going on. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you got anything in the comments. Don't forget to hit the smash. Don't forget to hit the smash. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, man, if you're into this kind of content, that is. Much love. Catch you later.